switch up before you touch down. If you know, you know. It's a flight attendant thing. Hey guys, kia ora, whakalofa atu, and welcome back to the vlogs. On today's vlog, if you haven't already seen the title, it is about my 2021 goals, and I'm so excited because I've just had the best year. If you've seen the vlog that I made this time last year, you would have seen that my ultimate goal was to get financial freedom in 2020. First and foremost, this is like the ultimate, like if I accomplish this in 2020, actually I should say when I accomplish this in 2020, this is just the ultimate, like it will make my year 100%. When I do this, it's just like the ultimate goal, and that is leaving my job at 000 Emergency and working full-time for So Extra. Oh my gosh, even saying that, it's just gonna make me so, I'm gonna cry. Like, when that actually becomes a thing, it's going to be a thing. But when it becomes a thing, oh my gosh, I will die. And I did it, I smashed it, and I made that a reality. And that's probably the reason why I'm so excited to make this goals for 2021, because I know I can do more and be more and achieve my ultimate goals and dreams. So before I jump into that though, with everything, I feel like you definitely need to evaluate and look back on the year that was, what worked in 2020, what didn't work, what was good, what wasn't so good, what were the lessons, and what did I create in the year. So looking back on 2020, like I said, it was a good year for me, but in saying that, I know it wasn't the best year for everyone in terms of COVID. COVID was a huge thing. People lost their lives, people got sick, had health problems. We all went on lockdown, and there were your mental health issues and so many things. But I feel like it was the year that a lot of things were brought to light in terms of Black Lives Matter, child sex trafficking, the things that are happening in Australia with the Indigenous people and the Aboriginal people. It was just a very educational year for myself, but I feel like with every negative there is always a positive. So that's kind of the avenue that I'm going down today. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to take away anything that happened in 2020. I just kind of want to put a positive light to it. For 2020 overall, I feel like I said, it was a very educational year. I had my moments where I was really down and out about COVID and just all the things that were coming up, all the conspiracy theories, whether you believe it or not is up to you. Everything that happened with Black Lives Matter, that really hit me, and just being educated on what's happening in the country that I live in Australia, with the Aboriginal people. It was just so eye-opening, and it just really made me get the confidence to come out and say something about the injustices that were happening in the world. But in saying that, I really learned that beneath it all, you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your energy. And it got to a point where I was so caught up and hurt about everything that happened that I would not get out of bed, and I would be crying for days. And sometimes you need to shut that down, because at the end of the day, you need to be selfish and you need to think about yourself. If you can't help yourself, if you can't fill your own cup, how are you supposed to help somebody else? So that was a real lesson to me for 2020. With COVID, I feel like the positives that came out of it was that I really had to sit down and focus on my business only, and I didn't have these outside distractions of traveling the world, of going to restaurants, movies, and all these things, because we were on lockdown. We could only stay home, so I had no choice but to work on my business, to work on myself, my own mindset, to better my relationship with my partner and my dad. One of my goals was to surround myself with more like-minded people and make like-minded friends. And and I got to do that in 2020, and that was so good, because if you know, you know, but moving from another country and not knowing anybody, it's very daunting and as an adult, like making friends as an adult is so daunting. So it's such a good feeling, and I want to continue to do that. I had a lot of travel plans of concerts and festivals for 2020 because of COVID. A lot of them did not happen, but I was lucky enough to go to Bali, Thailand and Kuala Lumpur for a holiday before COVID, so I was very blessed to do that. I managed to grow my socials and just better my business as well, my confidence with my life coach, my patience, be more involved with my culture. I've got like my little journal here that I wrote everything out in. So it's very in-depth here, but I just want to quickly go over it, and then I also want to hit like what am I over for 2020, like what am I keeping in 2020 and not taking into 2021. And the first one is my self-doubt. So I feel like it's something I've always talked about with So Extra. I do have a lot of self-doubt, and it's normal, and I talk about it openly, but I do not want to take that into 2021, and I've worked so hard to do that. So that's one of my focuses for 2021. I'm not taking my self-doubt to 2021, as well my scarcity mindset around money. So now that I do have my financial freedom, sometimes I do have those days where I'm like, fuck, like what if my business goes bust and nobody buys anything and I can't pay my bills, and what if the worst happens? And I love the saying how, you know, people say like, what if this happens? And it's like, but what if you succeed? Like what if you fly? What if you do all these amazing things? And it's like, exactly, like why are we always going to that scarcity point? So I really want to leave that scarcity mindset in 2020. Another thing is my image, my body and health mindset. My goals for last year was to really get my body right, to get healthy, to eat better, to exercise and all these things. And literally 2020 was an up and down battle with it. And because I was doing so much work on my mindset, I really got to break it down to think like, I have a lot of issues around my body image and around my size. So it's gonna sound crazy coming out of my mouth, but the bigger I get, the less valuable I feel. Is that right? It's not right to say, but I think that's how I feel. Like I need to realize, and I know like I could easily say this to someone else, like your body, your size does not define your value. I could say that to someone else and I know it, but it's like, do I actually know it in my head? Because whenever I wake up and I look in the mirror and I automatically say these bad things about myself. Oh, you're so fat, you're so ugly, how did you put on all this weight, why do you eat so bad? Oh yeah. And then because I'm thinking that bad thought, you know, your thoughts create your actions. Then I don't want to do anything. I don't want to show up in the world. I think I'm not good enough. I think I'm not worthy, and all these things. So I really want to like fuck off that mindset and keep that in 2020, because no matter my size or what I look like, I am just as worthy as the next person, and I'm just as deserving as the next person. And I know it, I just need to know it, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that was kind of like a really big, that was a really big realization for me, and very, what's the word, very confronting to be like, wow, Leash, like you actually think like that, like, yeah. It's so fucked, but I'm not bringing that into 2021. Another thing is that saying no and avoiding conflict. So I'm going to not take that into 2021. Saying no is good for me. First of all, we need to all know that saying no is good for you, and at the end of the day you need to be selfish. You need to think about yourself first, because if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. So saying no is good for me, and avoiding conflict, that's something I need to get over, because you do need to have those tough conversations. especially in business as well. So yeah, that is just what I don't want to take into 2021. And now for the goals, which I am so excited about. So I already spoke about last year. I was all about getting healthy, losing weight and all of that. I want to do that again in 2021, but instead of focusing on my size and my weight, I want to focus more on the way I'm feeling, and just to know that for so long I thought that eating well and exercising was a punishment to myself, and I need to get it into my head that these two things are actually good for me, because when I eat right, I'm less likely to get sick. I'm putting more years on my life. And exercising is so good for you. Like, there's so many good benefits. Moving your body is good. Getting out and moving your body is good for you. So yeah, I need to change my mindset and that, and just keep to my routine consistently. So if you know, I have my morning routine, which is getting up, meditating, journaling, gratitude, visualize, all of that. So I need to be more consistent in that and just set my day up right. If I set my morning up right, I feel like the rest of my day flows. So just getting more into a routine. So in terms of business, which I'm more excited about than anything, I definitely want to pump out more vlogs for you guys, get more of a reach in terms of like collabing with other businesses, influencers, all of that. So really diving deep into all of that and broadening my reach. Podcast, I talked about this last year. I didn't do a podcast, so that's definitely something I'm going to do. It's going to be all around interviewing Polynesians in business, talk about their struggles in the Polynesian community, to all the celebrations as well, which I'm excited about. And going off of that as well, I talked about my Facebook group that I started last year, and it was called Nesians in Business. If you're a Polynesian and you're in business, please go and look Nesians in Business up on Facebook and join the group. It's a community. Well, I want to make this community with the podcast, the vlogs, the Facebook and everything, but basically it's a page where you can go to ask for help, for support, to event, to ask for help, to collab, to all these things. It's just a place for all Polynesians in business to come to and just help each other and build each other up. Coaching and mentoring. So as you know, 2020 I wanted financial freedom. I feel like a lot of businesses want financial freedom, so I will be offering business coaching and mentoring to help you get to that financial freedom, and just to give you tips and tricks as to how I got to this point, and just to help you get to this point as well. So that's another thing. I want to have my first So Extra team member, which I'm so excited about, because I do want to start working on the business instead of working in the business. So that's super exciting. Getting more stuff out with So Extra. So I have a photo shoot that's happening next month, which I'm so excited for. So I'm going to drop some new stuff there, and I'm just going to keep dropping some new stuff with So Extra. So I'm so excited about all those things, and putting more of like my culture into it. I know last year I said like I really wanted to learn more about Niue and Māori, my culture. I feel like that's an ongoing thing, but I want to bring it more into the business, whether I speak Te Reo more or Whangahau Niue more, or if I have like products around it, all of that. So really bring that out more. Travel, go back home to New Zealand, which I'm so excited about, because apparently the borders are going to open. There's going to be a New Zealand Australia bubble in March, so if that's true, I'm going to get on that first plane home and go to Gold Coast, Europe, Dubai, Queenstown, anywhere that I can go, I will go there. Festivals, concerts, everything. I don't want to hold back. I just want to make the most of my life, because I feel like it's so cliche, but life is short. So I want to make the most of it. I want to get out there. I want to enjoy my life more and just do things that I love more. And I feel like that's another thing that 2020 taught me, because I was so miserable working at 000, and I was like, fuck, like I need to get out and I need to do things that make me happy. Like, life is too short to be at a job that you fucking hate. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, and I want to go on a retreat as well, and just better my mindset, who I am as a person, just be a better person, be a better human. I feel like that is so many things, but that is basically my goals for 2021. I'm so excited, and if you guys are also writing out your goals for 2021, yay to you guys. I'm excited for you guys too. Feel free to message me in the comments here, or message me on Instagram or Facebook and tell me your goals. We can hold each other accountable, or we can support each other. Whatever you want, we can do it. I'm really all about smashing these goals, and I mean, if you can believe it, you can 100% achieve it. I can't stress enough the power of visualizing, of manifesting, of being clear with your goals and putting it out into the universe and making it happen. So yeah, that's it for the vlog. If you enjoyed this vlog, please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe to the vlogs as well. We're gonna have more vlogs coming out in 2021. I wish you guys a happy new year, and I wish you all the best for your goals for the new year. And yeah, that's it. Ka kite, koe kia, ciao. Stay grateful, stay productive.